Hey guys, how are you? I'm going to get started because it's right 2 o'clock and I am excited to be with you today. So I'm Melissa Miller and I live in Merrimack, New Hampshire. And I've been doing doTERRA for about 6 years and I love lifelong vitality. The vitamins that we're going to be talking about today. It's my favorite product. If I had to pick just one and never use anything else again, it would be that. More than the oils. Can you believe that? It's like blasphemous to say that, but I do absolutely love them. So we are going to chat about them today and why vitamins are so important and why we need supplementation in our diets today. So just to give you a little bit of a fair warning, though, it is 2 o'clock here. So I have little people around and I have kids that are going to be coming in the door from school. So I apologize that this is maybe not the most ideal time for me to be teaching this, but here we are, right? We've got to do this in the middle of life. It's just how it goes. So anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you and pull up my little presentation here. Let's see from the beginning. Oh, I went back. I hit it twice. There we go. Okay. All right. So here we go. So the vitamins. So they're called LLV for short, or lifelong vitality is the long name for them. And oh, I already have a little one yelling. Yeah? Then don't eat them. She doesn't like her snack. So anyway, so this is doTERRA's #1 selling product, #1. And it's the only product that they offer a 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked, right? If you use the vitamins all for the whole month, return empty bottles, they will still give you your money back. If you're like, yeah, it just didn't work for me, they'll return your money. Amazing. So, and they'll do this actually for the kids' vitamins too. For those of you who don't know that, I didn't know that at first, but they do return for the kids' vitamins too. So yeah, boils of all. Something different to eat. Yeah, here, come say hi. No. Look at you don't want to say hi? Look, you'll be on the TV screen. See, look, here I am. I see. Why? You can go get some pretzels. I don't really eat pretzels. Well, then go find something. Okay? All right. Okay. Anyway, okay. So, and sorry, I apologize, but I'm a mom too, right? Okay, so what are some of the things that people notice right off the bat with these vitamins? And it is things like, chronic pain, inflammation, they sleep better, they have a better mood, they have more energy, like big ticket items, right? Like these are things that people complain about on a regular basis, right? Pain and sleep and energy, those are big ones. And these are ones that people find that they feel better when they're taking the vitamins. In fact, I was going to pull up one little thing here too that was, they mentioned at convention last year. And it said when people were, after taking 2 months of a full dose of LLV, they had better cardio health, more stable blood glucose levels, reduced inflammation, better clarity with thinking, more energy, and they were more motivated. Oh my goodness, like who doesn't want that list? And I agree. I feel a million times better when I'm taking the vitamins. Okay, so let's get going here. Okay, so here's the wellness pyramid. And if you're new to doTERRA, maybe you've never seen this before. And if you've been around with us for a while, you've probably seen this a lot. But this is what we need, right? For a foundation for good health. We need to eat right. We need to exercise, rest, and manage stress. We need to reduce toxic load. And then after that, we can get into informed self-care and proactive medical care, which is really using the oils, right? For proactive medical care. But we can use them obviously for other things too, like reducing toxic load and helping us exercise and rest and manage stress. But the vitamins are a key part to helping us eat right. And we're going to get into a little bit of that more obviously as we go. excuse me, but think about this on each of these things, especially like below the line, right? Like on the lifestyle part, like the reducing toxic load and below. So how would you, how are you feeling on all of those? If you could kind of rate yourself a 1 to 10, how do you feel that you're doing? I'm sure probably not many of us would be a 9 or 10 on all of those, but maybe you're doing amazing. You're probably doing better than you think you are. But how would your life be different if you were a 9 or 10 on one of those? So your life would be different, right? Like what would be easier for you? What would go better? What would have better flow in your life if you were doing better at some of those? How would you feel better? Physically, emotionally, mentally, all of those. So just take a minute and kind of think about that. Okay, so who needs a vitamin? Pretty much everybody needs a multivitamin. So yeah, so 90% of us don't get the recommended daily allowances that we need in our foods. I dare say that it's higher than that. I don't know what those 10% of people are eating, but yeah, so right there, 9 out of 10 don't get RDAs for vitamins D and E, and over 50% don't get them for vitamin A, calcium, and magnesium. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. Okay, so another US DA study of nearly 21,000 people showed that not one single person met the RDAs of all vitamins and minerals from food alone. Not one person, and 21,000 people. That's a big group. So no matter how well you eat, you're eating fruits and vegetables all day long and whole grains, you are still not going to get everything you need to function optimally every day, which sounds like it might be a little depressing, but don't worry, right? All you need to do is take a vitamin, and not just any vitamin, but a good vitamin, and you'll be back up. So, so how is this happening, right? How is it that we're not getting enough that we need, right? It doesn't seem to make sense. But if you look at this, I love this little blip here from the New York Times. So this is from a few years back, it was from 2013, but it says, the loss of these beneficial nutrients did not begin 50 or 100 years ago, as many assume. Unwittingly, we have been stripping phytonutrients from our diet since we stopped foraging from wild plants some 10,000 years ago and became farmers. Oh my goodness. So this has been a long time in the making, right? And so if you look at, original, I think this one was supposed to be even from 100 years ago. Apples, it shows you on the left there, they were pretty tiny compared to the apples that we are growing now. And they had 100 times more phytonutrients in them. So they were smaller and we got more nutrients. So that's key right there for how we can't get enough food and nutrients in our food or from our diets from eating. So let's see. So what else? Sorry, I have my notes here. I just want to check to make sure I don't miss anything. So yeah, so we're doing this because really nutrients don't taste good, right? So they kind of get farmed out. Genetics, they're doing, to improve yield and to improve taste and appearance. Then they've bred those things out of our food. So now we have these oversized apples that don't have nearly the nutrients in them that we need. Okay, so what are some signs that you're not, not getting enough vitamins and minerals that your body needs? Well, you don't have enough energy. You're not feeling very good. You're irritable. You're probably getting sick a lot. Maybe weak bones. As people getting older, they're breaking bones very easily. They kind of achy in their joints. Their skin isn't, it doesn't have that nice glowing appearance to it, or they have very brittle that means hair and nails, right? Very brittle hair and nails. So those are signs that you might be mineral or vitamin deficient. All right, next we have, okay, so this shows you over the course, so multivitamins have been around for a long time, right? This is kind of the cycle. I want to make sure I'm on the right. Yes. Okay. All right. So, oh, I lost my place. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is like too much of a good thing, right? So like basically health benefits, if you're eating, and this is how kind of how vitamins have kind of gone through this phase too. So if we think, oh, it's really good to have, you know, whatever it may be, B12, well, let's have like, you know, too much of it. Too much of it isn't good either. So this just kind of shows you where you want to kind of fall in that optimal amount, right? Like there's a good amount, a better amount, a best amount. But then once you have too much of that vitamin or supplement, or sorry, vitamin or mineral, then you can start getting into side effects and toxic levels. So there is such thing as too much of a good thing, right? Mom was right. Oh man. Anyway, so just to be cautious when you're, you know, taking thousands of milligrams of some supplement, especially long term, that's not good for your body. It's toxic. It's just as bad as, in fact, it's worse than not taking a vitamin. All right, sorry, my phone's on loud. Okay, so here we go with multivitamin evolution. So this was a few years ago in doTERRA, they were talking about the vitamins. They kind of came out with this analogy, and I really liked it. Kind of stuck for me. So, you know, version 1.0, we're going to call it. And it's just a basic vitamin once a day. It's in this tablet form that's, oh, does anybody take those? I did. Ugh. So they're RDA based, really poor quality, artificial ingredients, which means what? It means that you end up eliminating most of the vitamin. Your body can't absorb it. So, you know, when you would take all those, I know when I took these, like, you know, a few hours after taking them, you would have, you know, fluorescent urine. And why do you suppose that is? Because you're paying out all of the nutrients that were in here that in this little tablet vitamin, your body doesn't know what to do with. Too much stuff. And it's artificial, right? So your body can't absorb it. So it's just not ideal. All right. So, but a lot of people take these because they're inexpensive. So, you know, okay, so here we go, 2.0. We're going to call this 2, and it's a bit more comprehensive, but it's a high dose vitamin. So it's, you know, okay, we're going to blast in like 1,000 milligrams, thousands of milligrams of whatever these vitamins may be. And like we just talked about, this isn't good either, right? Because then we're getting into toxic levels for our body. So, and this just came with like a competition thing almost with companies, right? They're like, oh, well, if you have this much, I'm going to add this much. It's like this, like trying to outdo each other almost. It's kind of silly. Anyway. Okay. So then we get to doTERRA's vitamin. So here's the beautiful thing about doTERRA's vitamins is they work tirelessly on these levels, making sure that they are the right amount based upon our diet of what we might get to put us in those optimal ranges. This is amazing. So they have a different vitamin depending on different countries. Did you guys know that? Like, how cool is that? So like, obviously, like people in Japan obviously eat very different food from we do. So they would need a different vitamin. Makes so much sense. And I love that doTERRA like cares enough to like research that out and do it. Anyway, that kind of blew me away. All right, so there are 3 different vitamins here. There's alpha CRS, if we're going from left to right. Alpha CRS, which is a cellular complex. Xe omega, which is an omega with some essential oils added in. And then on the right is the microplex of it's VMZ. That was an old picture, MVP. Anyway, it's a food nutrient complex. Okay, so it's your vitamins and minerals, essentially, omegas, and then some extra, let's say, herbs and stuff, and then also alpha CRS. So let's see. So we're going to look at each one individually and break this down a little bit. Okay. So here we have the microplex VMZ. And like I said, this is your vitamins and minerals, essentially, in this one. So the biggest thing that people are kind of like, wow about when they first see this is that you have to take 4 to be 1 dose, right? And we'll talk more about dosing at the end here. But yeah, there's 4 of them that equals 1 dose. And why is that? That is because this is like real stuff. This is real food. This is like a natural ingredient. It's not synthetic. So we can't make it smaller. It is what it is. So we can't make it smaller to fit it in a smaller tablet. So it's in a capsule. These ones are a little bit bigger. It's a double lock capsule. But check out the ingredients. Okay, so there's I mean, just such good stuff in here. I love this ingredient list. But I love that there's a whole food blend in there. So this one has kelp in it, 72 organic trace minerals. That's amazing. And then the other thing is that each one has also like a little tummy tamer blend in it. And this tummy tamer blend is peppermint, ginger, and caraway. And that's to help just settle the vitamins in your tummy so that they're not causing nausea or upset, whatever. Okay, so I'm teaching class, but will you go check on Maddie and see how she's doing? Thanks. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the VMZ. And yeah, they're good. This is like this is the base. This is like the foundation, I think of it as with the vitamins. But they all go hand in hand and they all work together. Okay, so next we have the XE omegas. And so like I said, this is a omega, but mixed with some essential oils as well that have amazing health benefits. So now if you are a vegan, there is a vegan version. There's a plant-based version of the vitamins. So don't be worried about that and thinking it's not for you. And these do not taste fishy. I have taken so many omegas over the years and was really hesitant to try them because I thought, oh, I have not tried one that didn't burp up fish, right? That fish smell or whatever. I hated it. So I was so hesitant to take this. But I have never, ever had any fishy smelling anything when I take these. I can sometimes smell it in the bottle. Like if I stick my nose right in the bottle, I can smell a fishy smell, but there's never anything, a smell on my skin. There's never anything that I've ever burp up with these. And I've been taking these consistently for 5 years. And the only thing I ever burp up with these, this is so funny. I'm just speaking to those of you who have issues with this because this was me. The only thing I ever burp up is the cumin. Isn't that funny? And that's one of the oils in the blend. So there's clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile is for the essential oils in here. And for whatever reason, that's what I taste sometimes is the cumin. But anyway, so you can see some really good stuff in here. Flaxseed oil, pomegranate seed oil. I mean, I just love these ones. So, and it tells you exactly what your omega is, right? EPAs and DHAs. Such good stuff. And this is like, I mean, this is great food for your brain, but it is also really good for immune boosting. And so again, the dose on this is 4 a day, full dose. So it's 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Okay. So then the other piece of it is the alpha CRS. And this is the cellular complex. And this is just filled with all this good stuff to help boost immunity, but to help keep you, it's healthy, but like reducing inflammation and helping with energy levels. Like this is kind of the magic piece, the magic bullet to the alpha CRS. Okay, sorry, I forgot. I haven't been checking my notes. I hope I haven't missed anything. Let me check really quick. Okay. Oh yeah, see, I did forget something. Okay, so here's a cool little fact for you. So the Microplex VMZ, let's go back so I can show you. Okay, this one right here. This is equal to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables. 12. I think that's pretty impressive. All right, and then yes, so the omegas. Yeah, so it just features a marine-based omega-3 blend with the DHA and a more potent plant-based omega-3. You'll find in most other omegas. So, oh, and this was else I forgot to say. Oh, I forgot my notes, you guys. Oh my goodness. So omega-3 and omega-6 should have a 1-to-1 ratio, but in a typical Western diet, the ratios are sometimes off 20-to-1. So obviously we need to get that back in balance. So that's why it's important to be taking the right thing based off of your diet, right? So we need more omega-3 to boost the mood and the cognitive function, and the EPAs and DHAs are the most beneficial omega-3s. And yeah, so that's why. So, okay. And let's see, now we're back to this one. Okay, so here's a cool little fact that I'm gonna share about this. Is totally not compliant. But, and this is being recorded. But when I was doing my own research for my dad when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, I was Googling every single, I have a child yelling. Okay. I was Googling every possible like natural remedy that you could find for helping with prostate cancer. And I found this list of like 20 things. I don't even know who put it out. I can't remember now. This was a few years ago. And I was looking through the list and I was kind of coming to each little ingredient. And I was like, hey, that one's in the alpha CRS. And I come to another one. Hey, that one's in VMZ. Oh my goodness, this one's in alpha CRS. And this one's in alpha CRS. And this one's in alpha CRS and the deep blue polyphenols. And this one's in deep blue polyphenol. Anyway, the point is I went through the list of all of these like fancy herbs that are supposed to be amazing. And they were already like 17 of the 20 of them were already in doTERRA supplements. So these are amazing, like just amazing supplements with really, really just good stuff in them. And I just love it because on a cellular level, we don't know what's going on in our bodies. And so we need to just be giving our body all the help it can get to help process through all of the toxins and whatnot that we're exposed to on a regular basis. So anyway, so here are the benefits of taking LLV. Antioxidant protection, you have healthy hair, skin, and nails, DNA protection, liver detox, immune function, improved cardiovascular health, eye health. You're going to have optimum nutrition, obviously. You're going to have more energy, better metabolism, just overall better wellness and vitality. You're going to have better digestive function and bone health. You're going to be able to manage your stress better. It just improves everything, brain and nervous function, lung function, everything, right? So, I mean, who couldn't use this? It's amazing. It's just so beneficial everybody should be taking these. Okay, let's see. All right, so just think about like what is on there that would be good for you. Okay, so here are the two options when you're buying the vitamins. So you can actually get the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is those 3 bottles that we talked about, the VMZ, XE Omega, and the Alpha CRS together in a package for about $80, those 3 pills. Or if you don't want to do the Alpha CRS part, if you're like, you know what, I really don't struggle with energy or chronic pain, maybe you're 20-something and you don't need Alpha CRS yet in your life, that's fantastic. Then don't get it. And you can just do the Daily Nutrient Pack, which is $60. And it's just the XE Omega and the VMZ. And yeah, so those are your 2 options. I didn't take the Alpha CRS until I hit about 40. And then I just realized that I needed it in my life. I needed the energy. And as much as I didn't want to admit it, I was starting to get some little aches and pains that I refuse to believe were happening. Okay, so cool thing about when you're buying the vitamins. First of all, cheapest way to get these is on your loyalty rewards order. If you're not doing loyalty rewards and you want to try the vitamins, I would you would totally recommend, you have to sign up to do the LRP, Loyalty Rewards Program, to get the vitamins, because it saves you like $100. It's crazy. And you can cancel the LRP at any time, right? If you don't want to continue on, and you can cancel it like right after you place it. You can cancel your LRP. You just need to call in or chat in to cancel it. So there's no like, you know, commitment there that you can't get out of. But anyway, but it saves you tons of money. So, and here's the other cool thing that you can do when you order it through your LRP is you can add on extra supplements at a huge discount, huge. So you can add extra vitamins. You can add, and so if you notice, all the vitamin, anything you add on is about $20. There's a few that are a little bit more, and it's 10 for 10 PV. So that's what you earn points on for those. So you get extra vitamins, extra omegas. You can get the Mito 2 Max, which is an energy stamina complex, really helps with circulation as well. Altitude sickness, all kinds of weird things that one helps with. Terrazyme, which is a digestive enzyme, amazing. Like, I take that one a couple times a day, and it is amazing. Our bodies, you know, they can't make both metabolic enzymes and digestive enzymes at the same time. So if we don't have enough digestive enzymes, guess what? It stops making metabolic enzymes. And I don't know about you, but I do not want my body to stop making metabolic enzymes. So I'm going to do everything I can to give it digestive enzymes. So those are great. And it's just good for helping you digest your food. And if you've eaten too much or anything like that, those are great. I love those. And then here are the other ones you can get. You can get the deep blue polyphenols, which is great for inflammation, pain relief. And normally those are $60, the deep blue polyphenols. So huge discount there. You're getting $40 off. PB Assist, which is a probiotic. Love that one. It's a double encapsulated probiotic with a prebiotic food in there. So it's on-site delivered food for the probiotic. So when it gets to your gut, it's got something to go, like to feed it. So it's going to hopefully, more of it will stay there, right? And not be killed from stomach acids or destroyed with stomach acids on its way down. And then they have the kids kit there that you can get at $15 off. And the kids kit is a chewable multivitamin for kids, and then a liquid omega, and I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it is a different omega, the one that kids need of, and it's in an orangey flavor, and I hide this in their food. I mix it in kefir, yogurt, pancake batter, whatever, and so that they can get that one. And then the vitamins, if your child's 4 or over, they take 2 a day. And I love the ingredients list on that one. It's like broccoli, kale, spinach, spirulina, like all these things that we can't get our kids to eat enough of anyway on a regular basis. So anyway, so amazing. And at first, I need to be honest, like I was a little, make sure. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. So at first I was really like, oh, I'm not sure on, the price of these. Like for me, that was a little bit pricey. But then when you started thinking about like the price per bottle of supplements that I was taking and the quality of ingredients that's included in those supplements, if you're to like break that down and take them individually, it's like hundreds of dollars more. It's amazing. So for the quality of vitamin you are getting, it is a killer deal. Killer. Like it's just amazing. And then as far as dosing goes, here's my advice to you. If you are new to taking supplements and vitamins and you're just not sure how your body's going to respond, start with a quarter dose. So just start with 1 of each, right, in the morning and see how it goes. Do that for a couple of days. You're feeling okay? Great. Add in another one. So you could add in 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And it's better to spread it out because unfortunately we are not snakes and we can't just eat once a week, right? We have to eat constantly. We're eating all day, every day. And so it's the same thing with the vitamins. You think of them as food, right? Like we need food on a regular basis for our bodies to function at optimal levels. So if you take them in the morning and take them at night, then your body is going to have a better time release of the nutrients that it needs for optimal functioning. So anyway, so you could take a dose of, so that would be a half dose, right? Like one of each in the morning and one of each at night. And now I know lots of people who only take a half dose and feel amazing, amazing. And they just stop right there. And then to be cost effective, they share the other half of their vitamins with their husband and do half a dose for their husband. And that's how they go. But I did that for a few years. And then I thought, oh my goodness, if I could feel this good with half a dose, I mean, you know, would I feel even better with a full dose? And of course, the answer is yes, you feel better with the full dose. So I take a full dose morning and night, and so does my husband. And then I started our teenage son on it when he was 12 with a half dose of vitamins, and I still have him on a half dose now. He is almost 15, and he's been taking a half dose with some extra calcium for about 3 years. Anyway, love it. I love it. And it definitely, as far as like testimonial, as far as for me, definitely not sick as often. And for me, the mental clarity that comes is a huge, huge piece, huge. I struggle with some pretty significant anxiety, and I was able to get off of one of my medications just from the Lifelong Vitality. So for me, it's been huge, huge. And so I take this night and day, morning and night, whatever, regularly as if I would medication, because for me, it makes such a huge difference. And recently I was traveling, a few months ago, I was traveling and I ran out of vitamins while I was traveling. This was awful. And I didn't have my omegas for 4 days. After 4 days, I got home and was able to get it again. But I was in bed like for 24 hours, so completely depressed. Like, as far as like, I couldn't even function. I was so negative and I just didn't want to do anything. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. It was awful. But it was just because my poor brain all of a sudden is used to getting all of this wonderful food. And now I didn't have it. How awful is that? So anyway, and then I, started back up again and was back to myself. So they are just so huge, huge when it comes to cognitive function for me. Anyway, so I always keep a secret stash hidden so that doesn't happen anymore. And so that I don't get to my last bottle and think that that's it. Anyway, and then one other little tip I wanted to share is that when you're taking the vitamins, it can seem like a lot, right? And I was not a pill swallower at all. So I really couldn't deal. So if you take the vitamins, we always think of taking the vitamins and kind of like tipping our head back to help us swallow them, right? To kind of push them back towards the back of our throat and help them go down. But think about this. When you're choking on something, what is our instinct of something to do, right? We bend over. When we bend over, our throat actually opens up wider. Very interesting, right? When we lean back, it cuts it off. So if you're having a hard time swallowing pills because it just feels like they're getting stuck in your throat, try bending over. So I literally bend so that I am like perpendicular sometimes if I'm swallowing, having a hard time getting them down or whatever, or when I first started for sure. So I bent over so I'm perpendicular. I put the vitamins in my mouth under my tongue and then put in a big gulp of, juice or whatever, and then bend over, and most of the pills float up in the water, so to the top of the back of your throat, and then you swallow and they go right down because your throat is opened up wider. Anyway, kind of a brilliant idea. So yeah, and I'm able to swallow more than, I could never swallow a double lot size pill. And now I can take that with like a few other ones in it, especially if I'm doing the thing where I'm bent over and swallowing them that way. So anyway, pretty cool. So let's see, I'm gonna stop sharing for just a minute here. So let me know, like, for sure, send me a little message if you've got any questions for me or whatever, or anything you want to ask me about, for sure, send me a message. or ask Robin or ask your upline, whoever, but I'm happy to help you. And then that's all we have for the Lifelong Vitality. So next we are going to move on to a small, just a brief little business portion. If you want to stay on, that's great. Keep listening. If not, no worries. But yeah, next we are talking about the compensation plan and how that can help generate income for you and your family. So let me find the next, sorry, one second. I just got to pull up my next little presentation here. Not this one. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we'll go back to sharing. Sorry. Okay, one second, and I need, oh yeah, she's good. Okay. Do a kid check. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't care if that's on, but oh, all righty. Sorry, hang tight, guys. 1 second here. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Life is full of unexpected things, isn't it? Okay. All right, here we go. Oops, I always see that double click and it goes back. Okay, so this is basically out of the build guide. And so this is for, if you're thinking about doing, any doTERRA as part of an income or to get your oils paid for, fantastic. It is a real way to earn money and it's amazing. So we're just going to go over some of the ways that you can get paid. And you can find lots of tutorials about this as well online. There's like some YouTube videos and stuff, but I'm just going to walk through some of the basics today. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me or to reach out to your upline or Robin and Leland, whoever. Okay. So, so this is a build guide. If you're not familiar with the build guide, you can find it online through your back office. Or just Google it, doTERRA build guide, and it would probably pop right up there as well. And in here it has the compensation plan. So I love this. This is just amazing. If you've never seen or read this little story, but it's just so amazing. It talks about, I like it because the light bulbs kind of go right when I first heard it the first time. It just talks about there was a man who hauled buckets of water for a living, and every day he hauled water from the nearest water source to his village miles away. Because everyone needed water, he was always sold out. And if he wanted to make more money, he would simply work more hours hauling more buckets. But after many years of this, he grew tired of hauling buckets. So inspiration came. And if he used his spare time to build a pipeline, eventually he'd be free from hauling buckets. So he would haul the buckets during the day and build the pipeline after, just, fill what he needed. And then in the other hours, work on building his pipeline. And then the day that the pipeline was done, he'd accomplished it, his goal, his life changed. Now he could, just turn on that water and earn money that way, rather than having to go physically walk and haul buckets. So anyway, so that's what doTERRA is, right? doTERRA is creating a life as a pipeline. It's not a get rich quick thing at all, but it is a very legit long-term source of income. So, so here we go. Let's get to the paid part. Okay. So, I just spilled my cup of water. Of course. All right. This has been such an exciting webinar. Okay, wait 1 second while I go get it down. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I have hardwood floors, right? So you can't let water sit on those. Oh, you guys have seen it all today. This is so fun. Oh, see, anybody can do this. You don't have to be perfect by any means. Okay, so here are all the different ranks that there are in doTERRA. Well, there's a few smaller ones before elite, but that's the first really significant one, I guess, that they say. So, and here, these are average incomes based on each of those ranks. Of course, this is average, so some will be more and some will be less, but this is an average. And this was, you know what, and this could be a few years older, so it might even be more since then, or usually it goes up, not down, but anyway, and then, and it talks about the different ways that you can earn money. And I think it's going to break them up individually. Yes. Okay. So, I looked at this last night. I couldn't remember. Okay. So, so just look at those amounts, right? Like, wouldn't it be amazing? Like, maybe it would be awesome just to even have 300 a month. You know, you get your oils paid for, have a little fun to go, like some extra money to go, you know, get your nails done or whatever it is you want to do for you so that you don't feel, you know, guilty using the family money or whatever. I don't know. Or you want to contribute to your retirement savings, you know, whatever it may be, right? Or maybe, you know, maybe you really need a couple thousand a month. Maybe you need a new job. You're sick of what you're doing. So anyway, so this just gives you a great picture to look of where you need to aim for as far as ranks go. Okay, so here are the different things we have. So the first one is this fast start. So we'll look at this one, on the purple one. And this is where you're paid by the week. So if you're enrolling new people, you get 20% of whatever it is that they enroll with. So somebody enrolls with 100, you get, you know, $20. And anything that they purchase in their first 60 days, you get 20% back. So that's pretty awesome. Now, the cool part about this is that as it goes on, as your team grows, you start getting checks for people that you didn't really maybe have anything to do with, right? So say you enrolled someone who then enrolls somebody else, or they enrolled somebody else, then you're getting 10% and 5% for those people who enroll. Yes, that will be your last one.
And then you should turn off.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Okay. She agrees with me. So those are fun little bonuses because you don't, like I said, you may not be doing anything. And then you're like, oh, why did I get this little check here for, you know, whatever amount, that may be $20 or even $10, whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's a fun little surprise, right? And sometimes those really add up too when you have a lot of people. Oh my goodness.
Can you help me?
Look, here's Max. He will be getting off the bus and he will help you. So go open the door. I think that's his bus. I told you guys it was going to be exciting. Anyway, okay, so that's Power of Three. Or sorry, that's Fast Start. Paid weekly. Every Wednesday, I believe they run those. Okay, the next one we have is Power of Three, and I love this one. So Power of Three. Okay, watch for him. He'll be walking down the road in just a minute. I see him getting off the bus. So this one is, if you have, so you have 3 people on your front line, so right underneath of you, like right here, okay, and they're ordering at least, so you have 3 people who order at least 100 or more on their LRP, so on their loyalty rewards order. And then between you and then anyone else on your front line, your team volume between you and everybody on your front line has to be 600 PV or more. So if those 2 things are in place, you have 3 people ordering 100, and then you and your front line are ordering as a total of 600 in volume, then you get a $50 check. Pretty sweet, right? There's half your oils about paid for, okay? now the cool thing is that this then multiplies itself, as you can see this. Like, so then if each of the 3 people on your front line get their power of 3, you get a $250 bonus. And then if each of them get their power of 3, you get a $1,500 bonus. This is like the best part of the paycheck. Oh, so anyway, oh, hi. She needs help, obviously. Anyway, so yeah, I love this bonus. It's just awesome. And I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, oh my goodness, $1,500. Like that would be like life-changing for me. That would be amazing. And it is. It's really cool. Anyway, so yeah, power 3. Okay, next we have Unilevel. Unilevel is awesome because you are paid down through your organization up to 7 levels. Right here, it's listed there. Most network marketing companies tend to have this flipped, and you get paid more on your front level where you don't have as many people, and then further down it's less. And doTERRA's is the opposite. You get paid more.
It's really not coming on.
Go ask Max. He's downstairs.
I asked him again.
I know. Go ask him again. So you're getting paid more on those levels down where you have a lot more people. So that is pretty generous. So you get paid about 2% on anything that anyone orders on your first level, 3% on second level, 5% on level 3 and 4, and then 6% on levels 5 and 6, and 7% on level 7. So, and then you can see over here, it does say like you need to achieve elite rank to be paid down to level 5, premier down to level 6, and silvers and above down to level 7. But the thing is that most elites don't have anybody past level 5 anyway, so it usually doesn't matter. You know, how businesses are usually, or how the structure usually goes. Typically, that's the case. So it's kind of the natural flow of things anyway. But yeah, so it just shows you, this is kind of a basic, they kind of give you an overall thing here. But so it might not seem like much, right? Like a 5%, 6%, 7% amount of what somebody's ordering. However, this ends up being your biggest part of your paycheck. Believe it or not, the biggest. Because you think about all those customers, you know, just ordering a little bit, or in a little bit from each customer, and it's all right there. And this is why continuing education is so important, to keep connecting with your team and making sure that they know how to use their products, you know how to use their oils, learning about new things, so that they're continually ordering, because this is where you get paid from your loyal customers. And the cool thing about Unilevel is that doTERRA, we won't get too much into this because it can be quite complicated, but they have a dynamic compression, which basically means if you come to level 3, for instance, and you don't have anybody ordering there, but you have somebody ordering on level 4 and 5, they'll bump those levels up, because say maybe you're not elite yet, right? Maybe you're only executive. Well, you bump those up so that you will get paid on those people. So it skips the people who aren't ordering, and then it goes down to find the next person who is. So, I mean, amazing. And that can really add a lot to your paycheck with dynamic compression. And there's lots more little pieces into that are, I don't want to like get in over our head too much here, but it's amazing. Okay, then leadership pools. This is when you hit those higher ranks, so silvers and above, you have leadership pools that you start to get shares of. And those share prices vary depending upon how many people hit that rank and what the global or sales are for the month with the company. So But anyway, those are usually a good chunk of change. And then one they don't have on here is another one for premiers. They added in the empowerment bonus, and that is an extra share or bonus if you're premier or silver, and you personally enroll somebody that month with 100 PV, then you get an extra bonus. And I've heard that it's been anywhere from like $150 to $200 for people, somewhere in that ballpark. So anyway, pretty cool. So doTERRA just came out with that one a few years ago. They just thought, geez, you know, our premiers and silvers are working pretty hard, and they don't seem to be making enough for how many hours they're putting in. So let's add in another bonus for them. I mean, how many network marketing companies do this, you guys? Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, so different levels, right? To find out where you want to fit in with this. You know, are you just wanting to earn doTERRA products for free? Are you wanting to add to your income? Are you wanting to replace or multiply your income? You know, where is it that you want to fit in with this? So talk with your upline, talk with your enroller, and find out, like, be like, hey, this is what I want to work, or this is what I want to do. I just want to earn my products for free. Can you just teach me how to do that? Just working a few extra hours a week to make that happen. Because it's possible. It happens. Lots and lots of people are making money with doTERRA. It's not just, you know, a few people here and there, but it's a lot of people. So anyway, so that's it basically for a general overview for the compensation plan. And there's lots more pieces to it, of course, but I don't want to get into nitty-gritty and overwhelm people, but there's the basic overview of it. I hope that this has been informative for you and has at least got you thinking a little bit and, you know, wanting to inquire a little bit more about it. But thanks for being on with me, and sorry for all the real life that happened. It's just who we are. But anyway, yeah, just embrace who you are, and you can do the business, you know what, just like you are. So there you go. I'm living proof of that today. So have a great day, guys. And feel free to reach out. Like I said, Melissa Miller is my name again. Feel free to reach out with any questions that you have for me, but have a great day. Bye.